I just check what was the last activity we did. Did we come to any posting of transactions, anything of that sort?
No. Yes. No. Yes.
Yeah, I don't remember actually. Let me just go to SE09 and check it from here.
We just did only the configuration.
Right, I think IMG activities we completed.
Yes.
I think that was glad
Yeah.
so. That was something which we did last. Tolerance groups for employees. Yeah. So we completed the configuration part.
Yes.
I don't remember whether we created any GL accounts. Let me just check that also. So today we'll have a session of 1 hour. Tomorrow what we'll do is
Okay.
we'll start a little early. Okay.
Okay.
So today we, as far as Indian time, we are starting at 2:30. So is it okay
Okay.
if we start at 2 p.m. tomorrow, half an hour early?
Yeah. That's fine. Yeah.
Right. So tomorrow we'll go ahead with half an hour early and we'll have 1.5 hour session tomorrow.
Okay. No problem. Yeah. Sure.
So I think we created only one account, that was the retained earnings account.
Okay. Yeah.
So what we did as of now till this stages, from the IMG screen, we went ahead with all the basic settings. Let me quickly
Okay.
just put it here, what all things we have done. So we went ahead with some of the activities which are undertaken by the functional consultants,
Yeah.
and these people will be using the IMG screen for all the configuration. Okay.
Okay.
So some of the configurations we have done. We started with enterprise structure first, where we defined the company, the enterprise structure. We went ahead with defining of a company. Then we defined a company code. Then we went ahead with business areas, that is the branch offices. And then finally, we went with assign the company code to the company. Company code to company. This was a minimum required enterprise structure. Then second thing what we did was we went ahead with creation of a fiscal year variant, where we specified that our company is following a financial year from April to March. And this we assign it to the company code. Then we went with posting period variant. Now this is where we specified which period is open and which period is closed for posting a transaction. And next was the field status variant. This is where we specified the fields which are required, the fields which are optional, and the fields which should be suppressed for the creation of the GL accounts. Then it was the creation of chart of accounts. Then we created the account groups, like all the current assets, current liabilities, and incomes, expenses, different groups we created. Then we went with the retained earnings. We created a retained earnings account, basically used for transferring the net profit or the net loss from the P&L account to the balance sheet. For that purpose, we created a retained earnings account. In fact, we just linked the retained earnings account. We didn't create it. Okay. Then we went with the tolerance groups. So basically, to indicate the difference between all the three levels, that is the lower management, middle management, and the top management, we went ahead with this particular activity. But in our case, since there are no three levels, we just activated the company code. We didn't activate the tolerance groups. Okay. So till here, whatever we have done, these were the activities which are undertaken by the functional consultants.
Okay. Yeah.
So from here, we went into the end user activities. Okay. So in the end user activities, we went ahead with the creation of the retained earnings account. So this was the last activity which we have done. So we'll just go and have a look at this particular account from the easy access screen. So these activities which we are doing now, they are taken care by the end users. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So we gave the same GL account number which we have given for the creation of the retained earnings account, that is 100-101.
Yeah.
Something which is created under reserves and surplus. Then
Okay.
it's a balance sheet item. We have given the name to that account, that's the retained earnings account.
Yeah.
Then we went to the control data. And for a balance sheet item, we are always going to select that only balances in local currency. This we have selected. We selected line item display, and then the sort key. Sort key was 001, where we are specifying how the data is sorted. That means if you have posted some 10 or 20 transactions, in which order you want to sort the data. We said the data is sorted based on the posting date. Okay. Then the create bank interest. Two field statuses we have activated. One was for the general transactions, other one was for the banking transactions. So this is something which comes under general transactions. So we gave that G001. Okay. And we saved it. So that was the first activity. Now let me come back here. Now let us suppose my company wants to post a transaction, something like this, where salary account debit some amount, let's say to bank account.
Yeah.
So to post this transaction, the first thing what we have to do is we have to create one salary account. Now salary, if you remember, this is something which is an expense. So we created one account group expenses where we gave a number range from 5 lakhs to 5 lakhs to 100. I'll show you that screen also.
Yeah. Okay.
Then second is the bank account. Bank account is something which comes under current assets. Current assets are those assets which are quickly converted into cash. So let us say if my company is maintaining some bank balance, in such case conversion of that into a cash becomes a little easy, and it can be done a little faster also. That's why it's categorized under current assets. So for current assets, the number range which we gave was 2 lakhs to 2 lakhs 200. So let's go into that screen and let's check these number ranges first. Okay. So what I'm doing is, instead of using the path, I'll use directly the transaction code. I'm using transaction code OBD4. OBD4 is something which is used for the account groups creation.
Okay.
Enter. Just press enter. So our account group was GLST. If you see here, current assets and expenses.
Yeah.
So to create a salary, we'll take one number from that 5 lakhs to 5 lakhs 200. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll just open another session. I'll just minimize this. Just give me a second. Okay, coming back to accounting, financial accounting, general ledger, master records, GL accounts, individual processing and centrally. FS00 is the transaction code. So the number which we are supposed to give, I'll take the first number there. That's 5 lakhs.
Okay.
Click create button. Account group is expenses. Now that's a profit and loss account item. We'll give a name to this as salary account. Next, we'll go to the second tab, that is click on the control data tab. Now here, salary is something which is going to the profit and loss account. So there is no need for me to select this only balances. Because only balances is selected only for balance sheet
Local
items. Okay. Only the balance sheet items. Now salary is not a balance sheet item. It goes to profit and loss account. So all expenses is something which goes to profit and loss account, and all assets and liabilities will go to the balance sheet. Okay.
Balance sheet.
So here we need not select this, and in the same way, none of these fields for the time being are required. Directly we'll come to account management in company code. Again, there are two options. One will be open item management, other one will be the line item management. Okay. So open item is something which will be used only when any kind of amount is due for payment, or any kind of amount which we are supposed to pay to someone.
Oh yeah, okay.
So something like outstanding salaries can be treated as an open item.
Okay, yeah.
So for salary, I don't need to select that. So I'll directly come to line item. Line item is, for every transaction there will be minimum 2 line items, one debit line item, one credit line item.
Yeah, okay.
So if you want to see both these line items, you have to compulsorily select both those check boxes. Okay. That's the reason why we are selecting this particular item. Okay.
So in which case we'll be selecting the open item? So anything we want to pay, like outstanding or anything, has to be paid for us. So, yeah, for anything.
Income accrued, where you have already earned the income but you haven't received it. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
In such cases, it becomes an open item. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
The sort key. Now, how are you sorting the data? The sorting will be done based on the posting date. Okay. That's why we give that.
Okay. Yeah.
So, like if you have posted some 10 or 20 transactions, in which order you would like to sort the data. So, sorting normally in case of GLs will be done based on the posting date. Okay. The same thing we have specified it there. Next, we come to the create bank interest. The field status, we'll go with, once again, this is a general transaction 001.
Okay.
001. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
And select.
Okay.
Still processing. Okay. Let me come back. Now, when I want to create a second expense account, when we say second expense account, something like rent or general expenses, except for the text, rest all fields are going to remain same.
Okay.
So what we'll do is, instead of going with the create option, we can go ahead with create with template.
Okay.
Create with template is, all the fields will copy from an existing account, and the name itself, just the name of the GL account we are going to change. Okay. So I'll just change this to 5 lakh 1. Click create with template.
Okay.
So the system is asking you which is the account which you want to use as reference.
Okay. Yeah.
So when we click this drop down for our chart of accounts, there are two things. One is the retained earnings account, other one is the salary. So you cannot use the retained earnings because it's not under expense. So you have to go with salary. We'll copy it from salary account.
Okay. Yeah.
Company code, GLST, presenter. The text we call it as, let's say, rent account.
Okay.
Now I need not go to control data, I need not go to create bank interest, because we are using the template option. Directly I can save it.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's a way of shortcut. Instead of every time going there and selecting all those, we're just copying from an existing account. Okay. Let me just go to next account also. I'll create one more by using the template option. If I'd like to.
Okay.
I'll go with template.
Okay.
Same, I'm copying from 5 lakhs. Press enter. I'll just give the name as general expenses
Okay.
account.
Okay.
And save it. So if you click the drop down, it will give you the list of all the GL accounts.
Okay.
Now, with these accounts, I cannot go for posting. I can only post
Okay.
the debit side, because when I record the transaction, there is a debit item, there's a credit item also. Okay. So I have to create one bank account also under the account group current assets. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So we go into, come back here, I'll just remove this. So I'll keep the GL account number as the first number I'm using. Let's say 2 lakhs.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now I cannot use the template option because
Mm.
minimum one account I have to create under that particular account group. Okay.
Mm. Yeah. Okay. Got it.
So second account I can use the template.
Okay.
Create account group as current assets.
Okay.
It's a balance
Got
sheet
it.
item. So I'll give a name to this as let's say Citibank account.
Yeah.
I come to control data now.
Okay. Yeah. Mm.
Now bank is something which comes under current asset. So
Yeah.
asset goes to the balance sheet. Okay.
Yeah.
So since it is a balance sheet item, we have to compulsory select this. Only
Yeah.
balances.
Okay. Yeah. Mm.
Other fields again, as of now, not required. Directly we'll go down.
Okay. So in which case we will be choosing the other fields?
When there is any item linked with the taxation aspects, then we activate the tax category. Anything
Okay.
linked with assets, customers, or vendors. So we'll be activating many of the things. We'll be activating as we go to little advanced state. Okay.
Oh, okay. Okay. Then that's fine. Yeah.
So step by step we'll be activating.
But we will be using the real time on this
Exactly.
field.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So only balances because it's a balance sheet item. We have to compulsory
Yeah.
select that. Okay, just one second. Then account management in company code will directly come here. Open item again not required. We'll go with only line item. Open item. I'll tell you when is it required. I'll specify that to you. Then you will understand it more clearly. So as of now, open item is not required. Okay.
Okay.
Line item, it's almost required for every GL account because
Okay.
any transaction will have two line items, one debit line item, one credit line item, and if at all you want to display these line items, you have to compulsorily select this. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
I got it.
So as long as we are in the GLs, the sorting of transactions will be done based on the posting date.
Okay.
Okay. Then we come to create bank interest.
So mostly we will be setting only the posting date, is it like that? Or
As
in
long
which
as
case we will be?
we are in the GLs, it will be
Yeah.
when
Okay.
we go to accounts payables, accounts receivables, when we go to assets, the sort key will change.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay. Okay.
So as long as we are in the GL category, so the sort key will be based on the posting date only. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Now, coming to the field status, click the drop down. Now this is related to bank, so we'll go with bank accounts G005
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
and save it.
Okay.
Okay, so these are the accounts which we created as of now.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Let's say I want to create another bank account, 2 lakh one. I go with template. Now I cannot copy from salaries. I have to copy the account from this particular bank account. Okay, that is Citibank account. Another bank account I am creating by copying from an existing bank account. Okay.
Okay. Yep.
So give that number, press enter. I'll just change the name. I'll call it as HSBC bank account.
Okay.
Now rest all fields, they're going to be copied automatically directly to the set. Okay. So I hope things are fine till here. These are the accounts which we have created. Okay. Now let me come back here. Now let us suppose there is a need for me to delete a GL account. Now in SAP what happens is, till you haven't posted a transaction, till I put it here, till the transaction data means whatever we are doing on a day-to-day basis, recording of all these transactions in any of the accounts, till the transaction data is recorded, any GL account can be deleted. But once you record a transaction, system will not allow you to delete any GL account. It will give you an error message saying that the transaction data is already existing. So wherever there is a transaction data, you cannot delete a GL account. Okay. So let me come back here. The reason why we are going for deletion is just to understand how the process of deletion is going to work. Because once you record a transaction, you cannot delete any GL account. Okay. So totally we have created 6 GL accounts now. Let's say I would like to delete this particular account. That is the general expenses account. Okay. So deletion is something which we have to do from the IMG screen. Okay. So I'll go back to the IMG screen. Go to SPRO. So just for your information, let me take you to once again that screen. I'm going to the creation of GL account screen. So we are deleting this 5,03,000 account, general expenses account. Okay. So once we delete and once we come back and see it here, this account will not be visible to you. Okay. So let me just get back. I'm going back to the IMG screen. So the process of deletion will be done in a slightly different manner, and this is something which we'll be doing from the old version path. So this is the only activity which we are doing under the old version. So any other activity, whatever we are going to do in financial accounting, all the things will be done from financial accounting new. Will not come back to financial accounting, because as far as the deletion process is concerned, there is nothing new there, because the screens, the paths, they are going to remain as it is. That's why SAP has not given that in the new version. It has given that only in the old version. So I go to financial accounting, general ledger accounting, GL accounts, master data, go to delete GL account.
Okay. Sorry, Venkat. I think you're not hearing me. So in any software, in any SAP software, we'll be having both the old and the new version.
Yeah, it will be there. Both old and new version will be there. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Even if you go to the new version also, you will be having both actually. But let us say if it is not there.
All right. Okay.
Till the latest version EHP 7 which SAP has released, till the latest version it is there actually. In the higher version after EHP 7, if it is deleted, the old version, then the same path will be given in the new version also. Okay.
Right. And also, so as we are coming to the IMG screen, only the functional consultant can delete it. So the end user can't do it.
End user can't do it. This activity has to be done by the functional consultant.
Functional consultant. Okay. Right.
Okay. So the transaction code is OBR here. Processing. we are not deleting any vendor or a customer. We are deleting a GL account.
GL account. Okay.
And here, which GL account you are deleting? That GL account number.
5 lakh 2. Okay.
So let's say 5 lakh 3.
5 lakh 2. Okay.
5 lakh 2 or 5 lakh 3? Just one second. I don't remember that. Yeah, 5 lakh 2.
5 lakh 2.
5 lakh 2.
Yeah.
Come down here, select this and give the company code GL.
Okay.
Remove this test.
Okay, so we are deleting completely on the whole from the whole company code. That's what it means.
Exactly. For the whole company code,
okay.
We are deleting that GL account. Okay.
Sorry, Venkat. I just got some. As we are deleting from the whole company code, if we are linked, because this expenses, for example, say like we got like 2-3 business areas. And this expenses are linked with all the business area. Once we delete it from the company code, so it will be taken away from all the business areas, or
no. There is no activity where you are going to link a GL account to the business area, right? Even if when you go for the creation of GL accounts also. So
yeah,
if you observe it, nowhere we have specified the business area, right?
Yeah, but we have assigned that to the company code, is it? So the business area is also assigned to the company code. So once we are deleting from the company code, it will be taken away from everywhere.
No. GL.
Or my understanding is wrong.
Business area, we have only created it. Let me take you back to the structure. See.
Yeah. Sorry if I'm just confused.
No problem. See, what we did in enterprise structure, we went with defining of a company.
Company code, yeah.
Define the company code, we defined the business area. Now, even if you remember this, nowhere we have specified or nowhere we have given the identification of the company code. Only the description we have given. The description was, if you remember these two, we said London business area for GLST and Manchester business area for GLST. Now, this description doesn't link the company code anywhere. This is only for our understanding. Okay. And
is it okay?
And what did we do in the assignment? We didn't assign the business area anywhere. We have only assigned the company code to the company. Right?
Yes.
Right. So how, let me come back.
Okay, sorry, Venkat, I'm just a bit confused. Then
see how the process works. Let me come back here. See here, we have a company at the top. Below this company, we have a company code.
Yeah, for the company, you got a company code. Yes, I remember that. And you said about the business area. Okay.
Business areas are created under the company code, but they are not linked to the company code anywhere directly. We created 2 business areas. Okay?
Yes. Yeah, London and Manchester.
London and Manchester. Let's say GLLO and GLMN. Okay. Now, how this whole process works is, let me put it. From the financial accounting side, the business area is not linked to the company code anywhere. That path itself is not there. Okay. Now, what we do actually is, when we go to materials management side, this business area, we have to link it to the plant or what we call as factory. Business area will be linked to the plant at a later stage. We didn't do that still. Okay. And
sorry, Venkat, I don't understand here. How does it work in the real life? Because if we are assigning the company code to the company, we are not assigning business area to the company or company code. Then how will we know under this company we got these business areas, we got branches in London, Manchester?
You are thinking about from the training environment point of view. Think from a real environment point of view. When you think from a real environment point of view, you will have the data of only one company code. You don't have 10 or 20 different company codes. Okay? Only
I understand that, Venkat. There is only one company code.
Right.
So, but these business areas should be linked to the company code, is it?
That's what I was about to explain to you actually. This business area is linked to the plant, and this plant is linked to the company code. That's how
Oh,
the
okay.
business area is indirectly getting linked to the company code. It's indirect linking. There's no direct linking. Okay, because the usage of business area rather than financial accounting is more in materials management. That's why what SAP has done is creation of business area it has given in financial accounting, linking part it
Okay.
has given in the material management side. Okay.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, I got it. Okay.
There is a differentiation between what happens in the practice environment, what happens in the real environment. When you go to real
Oh,
implementation, all the areas will move parallelly. So FI people will be doing
okay.
FI activities, MM people will be doing
Yeah.
MM activities. Okay.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
So at the
Okay.
beginning
It makes
itself,
sense now. Yes.
so at the beginning itself, they are going to link it to the plant, and this plant
Okay.
is being linked to the company code. So
All
this
right.
indirectly
Okay.
gets linked to the company code. Okay.
Company code. Okay. Okay. Yeah. That's why I just bit puzzled because we haven't assigned anywhere the business area. So if
Exactly.
you're deleting something, I'm not sure where all it will reflect in the real time. I'm asking.
Is it okay now?
Yeah, it's fine now. This one is fine. So
Right.
if we delete that GL account,
Right.
so where all the plays it will affect it.
It will affect to all the activities of the company code. If it is related with the business area also, even there it will get
Uh-huh.
reflected. That's the reason why
Okay.
there is a
Right.
precondition. Precondition states unless and until
Mm-hmm.
you haven't posted a transaction data, you can go for
Mm-hmm.
deletion. But once you have posted, you cannot delete it. Okay.
Okay, so here, what is mean by posted? Which term you're referring to? Posted means I.
Posted means transactions from the accounting side. What you post as journal entries. In bookkeeping, you post the journal entries.
Oh, okay. So, okay, as of now, we have just only created. Once we start posting the transaction, then we can't delete it.
Exactly.
But
That's what I meant.
okay, but as of now, we are just only created the account. At this stage, we can delete it.
Right. At this stage, we can delete it. Okay.
Okay. Once we started posting, even if you don't want it, it will be there as a dummy, something like that.
Exactly. It
It will
will be
be
there.
stay there. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it
Okay.
makes sense.
So, I hope things are fine now.
Yeah, yeah, it's fine.
Okay. Right. So, we're coming back to the deletion process. So, here I have selected with general master data. I've given the
Okay.
company code and
Hmm.
remove this test run. Okay, because we are
Okay.
not testing it, we are actually deleting the GL account. Okay.
Okay. Mhm. In which case we'll be selecting the test run.
Test run is only for checking whether the process is working or not. Okay, just
Okay.
to test. So that will be done normally in the development server, the sandbox which I was referring to you the other day. There it
Oh,
will be
yes.
tested.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Okay.
Okay. So remove this test run, and this program has to be executed in the background.
Mhm.
We go to from
Okay.
the menu, select program, and execute in background.
Mhm.
Okay, because this
Mm.
transaction should not affect your day-to-day activity. That's why this program will be always
Mm.
executed in the background. Okay.
Okay. Mhm.
So go to program, execute in background.
Okay.
So the moment you click on that, the output device. This is something which comes by default. So normally this is a technical
Mm.
area. If this is not coming, it will be specified by the ABAP consultants, LP01. Okay.
Okay.
So here it
Okay.
comes by default. So if it is not coming, you can give it by default as LP01. Okay. Press enter.
Okay.
Press enter. It will give you a small message asking you when do you want to delete it. You want to do it immediately,
Okay.
or you want to specify
Mm.
any date or time, or different options are there.
Okay.
So I would like to
Okay. Yeah.
delete it
Mm.
immediately.
Immediate. Okay.
So click this immediate button and
Okay.
save it. At the bottom, there's one save option. Click on that
Save.
save option.
Okay. Okay.
So it gives you a message that background job was scheduled for program SAP
Mhm.
F019. Now this is a program which is already predefined by SAP for the deletion
Mhm.
process. Okay? So it comes by
Okay.
default. The
Okay.
moment you execute it, it comes by default. Okay?
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So
Mm.
once you get this message, the process of deletion is not yet complete.
These are all done by the ABAP assessor, so
Exactly.
that's why it just comes up automatically. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So once you get this message, what you have to do is
Mm.
go to System,
Okay.
Services, jobs, job overview. From the
Okay.
menu, select system, services, jobs, and job overview.
Jobs. Yeah.
Click on this. You'll be coming to the next screen and click this execute button. So the moment I click execute, I'll be coming to the next screen. So here,
Okay.
if you observe, it says the status of this job is appearing as finished. Now,
Okay. Yeah.
appearing as finished, it's an indication that the GL account has been deleted. Okay.
Okay. So this is we are checking whether it's been deleted or not. Okay.
Okay. Now you can go back to FS00, the place where we created the GL accounts, and check whether the GL account is existing or whether it has been deleted. Okay.
Deleted. Okay.
Come to FS00. Now you click the drop down.
Okay.
See there, 5 lakh 2 is not there.
Yeah, has been deleted. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Now always remember, when you're creating the next GL account, you can use 5 lakh 2. Not necessary that you are supposed to go to the next number. That number can be used. Okay.
Okay. So the 5 lakh 2 can be used now.
It can be used for the another account also. Okay.
Okay. For the different account. Okay.
Okay. Now these are some of the basic things actually. Okay. Still here, I hope things are fine.
Yeah. Everything's fine.
Okay. Let me come back here. Let me take you to a first page. Now, next what we are doing is, these are the activities of the main end users, the people who are into the data entry activity. Someone like an accountant or a cashier, they'll be responsible for these activities. They are into posting of
Okay.
transactions. When you say posting of transactions, what we are talking about is the journal entries.
Okay.
Okay. So, what do we do here first? Let's say earlier, if you remember, in the normal bookkeeping process, we used to always record the transaction something like this. When the company was paying the salaries, salary account, we used to write it as DR. DR is a debit, and
Debit. Yeah.
some amount, whatever the amount was. And here,
Okay.
we used to write it as to bank account.
Bank account.
The second line item is the credit. We used to give some
Yeah.
amount, and at the bottom, we used to give some narration, being salaries
Yeah.
paid for so and so month, whatever the month was there, paid
Yeah.
for, let's say I'll call it something like May.
Okay.
Now in SAP, what happens is the entry will remain as it is, but here we'll be using predefined posting keys for debit and credit line items.
Okay.
Like, let me put it here. Any item which you are debiting, that is the GL debit, you'll always indicate it as 40. This 40 is a debit posting key for all GL transactions. GL transactions are items like salaries, rent, and all. Okay? And if you're going with GL credit,
Okay.
50, this will be the credit posting key
Right. Okay.
for GL transactions.
Okay.
So, how does the same transaction look now? Earlier it was salary to bank, now it will be something like this. 40,
Okay.
salary, account,
Okay.
the amount, 1.5,
Okay. Yeah. 50 bank account. Okay.
bank,
Yeah. Makes sense. Okay.
1.5. So, the only indication to identify whether the item is a debit or credit is this 40 and 50.
40 and 50. Okay.
These are the posting keys which are already existing in the system. Okay?
Okay. Yeah.
We are only going to use it. So let's go
Okay.
to the SAP system and we will post one transaction.
Okay.
So we go to accounting, financial accounting, general ledger, posting.
Okay.
We go to general posting. That is
General
F-02. F-02. That is the transaction code.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's enter into the screen. Okay. Now, till here, let me take the marker so that it will be clear. Cynthia, just give me 2 minutes. I'll just be back in 2 minutes. Someone is at the door.
Yeah. Okay. No problem. Yeah.
Just give me. Yeah, Cynthia, I'm back. You're there?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, sorry for that.
That's all right.
Okay. Now what we are doing here is, let me take a marker and show it to you. Now this part, from starting from the document date till the trading partner business area, this whole part where you are able to see the marker moving, this part is known as document header. Okay? Document header. Okay? Now in this document header, the first 6 fields are compulsorily needed. Okay? Some of the things are coming by default. Some of the things we are going to enter it. Okay?
Okay.
Now the first two fields, you have document date, posting date. Now what is a document date? When you think from a company's point of view, let us say a company has made some payment to someone, something like payment of rent. Then what is it going to do? The moment the payment is going, it is going to create a physical document for that, a general voucher, okay? Giving a proof that the amount has been paid to the landlord, right? The date which is there on that document, that is known as a document date. Okay?
Yeah.
And it's not necessary that the document will be recorded in the system on the same day. It might be recorded on the next day also. Okay?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
So when are you recording that transaction in the system? That becomes the posting date. Okay?
Posting date. Okay.
So in my case, what I'll do is, I'll say the document date is 9/5. The posting date is also 9/5. It can be same. Okay?
Yeah.
Now document type. Document type is also coming by default. This is also something which we have defined. SA refers to GL account documents. We have already defined this. It's already there in the drop down. If you remember, we gave a number range from 1 to 500.
Yes. Okay.
I'll show you that screen just for your easy understanding. I'm taking you to that screen, /n OBA7.
Okay.
So when I go to, let's say, SA, double click, number range information, and when I go to our,
Okay.
We gave from 1 to 5. Okay. So whatever we have specified the document type there, that will get reflected here.
Okay.
That is your GL account document. We are recording the transactions related to GL. That's a GL account document.
Yeah.
The company code is coming by default.
Yeah, that's a GLST. Okay.
This is the posting period. Posting period is if you start counting from April, because our financial year is from April to March. So May becomes our second period. Okay.
Second period, yes. Okay.
So the system takes this by default. Okay. Need not worry about it. Even if it is blank, the moment you press enter, the system will take it automatically.
Okay. Yeah.
This is the currency. Currency is also coming by default. Okay.
Okay.
Remaining fields, they're not compulsory. The first 6 fields are compulsory needed. Okay.
Okay.
Directly we'll come down to first line item. Posting keys.
So even in real time, we won't be using, or we'll be using in the exception cases.
No. Many of the things the system is going to display automatically. Like the document number will come automatically. This will come automatically.
Okay.
And header text, if you want, you can give it. Normally companies don't prefer to do that. Anyhow, we are going to give the text actually in the next screen. That's why header text we normally ignore it. Okay. So whatever we are leaving blank, the same thing becomes applicable in the real environment also.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So 40 is GL debit. 40 will be visible to you also if you click the drop down. So list of all the posting keys are there. So as of now we are going with GL,
40, which is
general ledger debit entry.
Okay.
Which is the account. Let's say we are debiting the salary account.
Okay.
Now, special GL indicator, transaction type. Special GL indicator will be used when you are making any kind of advance payments.
Okay.
This is not an advance payment, that's why we are not activating it. Transaction type. When you go for asset accounting, then
can I just see the drop down of the special GL indicator, please?
You'll not
so if you're doing some advance.
As of now, nothing will be there. So we'll be using that when we go to accounts payables and accounts receivables. So what SAP has done is, the fields it has given commonly, whatever is required, you have to use it. Whatever is not required, you have to leave it.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So as of now, only the posting, only the account.
Okay.
Press enter. So the moment I press enter, it goes to the next screen. So this is the GL account. This is the company code. The first line item, that is the debit entries amount. I'll enter some amount.
Okay.
So if you want, you can enter the business area. This is where your business area is getting reflected. Okay.
Okay.
To which business area are you posting? Is it London business area or is it Manchester business?
Okay.
So let's say we'll go with London business area.
Okay.
This would say salary payment.
Okay.
So that completes your debit side.
Okay.
Next line item. The credit posting key is 50. From which bank account the payment is going? Let us say the payment is going through Citibank.
Okay. Yeah.
Press enter. It goes to the next screen.
Okay. Yeah.
Now credit side, you can use a shortcut. Instead of entering it, the amount on the text manually, SAP has given the option of using a shortcut. Now what is the shortcut? If you give star in the amount column, the same amount which is there on the debit side will come automatically to the credit side.
Oh, okay.
You need not enter the amount manually.
Okay. Yeah.
Text, if you give it as plus, the same text which is there on the debit side, the same text will come to the credit side also.
Okay. Is it for the something like a number and the letters we are using star and plus? Is it something like that?
Nothing of that sort. Just because it doesn't want an end user to get confused with both star. It has
okay.
star and plus. That's all.
Okay.
Now we would like to see the entry. How does this transaction look now? Okay.
Okay.
So you can.
So we don't want to select the business area here because you already selected there.
There we have already specified it. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So we can go with display document overview. So we are seeing the document.
Okay. Right.
40, 50. 40 is your salary, 50 is your bank.
Yeah.
Save.
Yeah.
I've saved it. It's still processing.
Okay.
See, the document 1 was posted.
Okay.
So where from the system is taking this number 1? It's taking it this. Sorry, we have given from 1 to 500. Out of this, it has allotted the first number to the first transaction which we have posted.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So how to go and view this if I want to view this document again?
Yeah, we'll do that. Once let me post some transactions, then we'll do that. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Second transaction, let's say I'm recording it on the same day, 9/5.
Can I have different date, please? So when we are viewing, I can differentiate where it.
See, the reason why we are posting on the same day is the transactions will always be on a day-to-day basis. All the data of 9/5 will be recorded on 9/5. Otherwise, being a practice environment, there's nothing wrong in posting in any of the dates. Let's say I'll give this as, I'll go with the month of April.
Okay.
So it's only in the training environment that we are posting it in the back date. It doesn't happen in the real-time environment unless and until you take the permission of the consent.
Let the posting date be today and the document date be like yesterday.
I didn't get
it. You can do like that. Let the posting date be today, and the document date be yesterday.
Yeah, that is possible.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Okay.
Okay, you can give this date as something like 9/4. Okay, but remember the posting date cannot be like this. It cannot be like this.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
It has to be either the same day, or it can be on the next day. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's say I'll go with 40. I'm going with rent this time.
Okay.
Enter.
Okay.
Press enter again. 2 times you have to press enter. How much is the amount? I'll say some 1.
Because you are putting as bad date, that's why it's just asking for the double confirmation. Okay.
Exactly. You worked on the end user side, SAP?
Yes, I did a little bit.
Okay. Right. So that completes our debit side item. Second item, 50. Let's say we'll go with the bank account. I will say any bank account you can take, 2 lakhs or 2 lakhs 1.
Okay.
Enter. So give it as star and plus.
Okay.
I can go to
view document.
Display overview. 40 and 50. I will save.
Okay.
Document 2 was posted. Okay.
Okay. I can see the document number and the transaction date. Yes. Okay. It makes sense. Okay.
Okay. Now, if you want to see these documents, you just come here. Go to General Ledger, Account.
Okay.
And sorry, not account. Go to Document. Sorry, account will come back afterwards. We'll go to Display.
Document display. Okay.
So if you remember the document number, you can give the number here. Okay.
Okay.
And if you don't remember, you can go to document list also. First we'll see this, then we'll go to the document list. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So give the document number and company code. Press enter.
Okay.
Still processing. See that. This was a transaction which we did. First line item, second line item, 40, 50, rent and bank.
Why did you give the document number as 2, Venkat?
So document number 1 was salaries. Now we have posted salaries.
Oh yeah.
So document number 2 is rent.
Okay. Right. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Right. So if you want to see both the documents, you can go to document list.
Okay.
So
Because from the corporate code it's speaking. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So I'll give the EU, and here document type SA. SA is the GL account document. Okay.
Yeah.
Click execute. So two documents.
It will show. Yeah.
Document 1 and document 2. So if you want to see this, double click on that.
Okay.
Salary and bank.
Okay.
And one is
Rent. Okay. I got it.
So this is the initial act.
Okay.
So for today, I'll stop it here.
Okay.
Tomorrow, we'll go ahead with some more postings and some more additional things we'll try to understand. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Sure, Venkat. Yes.
Right. And I'll forward this recording also to you.